was hoping to have the chance to thank Stephanie Chang again, because back about a month ago when Kamala Harris was on her way to the nomination, I thought, well, gee, we just happen to have a speaker who is Asian and Black, and whose daughters are Asian and Black. But at any rate, one award that we give every year is called Nevertheless, She Persisted, because often on our long journey to, for example, the presidency of the United States, or reproductive rights, or equal pay, we have to work very hard and be very persistent in order to get to the goal. So for this award, you'll remember, or I'll share with you, that on June 19, 1865, 2.5 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was issued, and 2 months after the Civil War officially ended, the Union Army with 2,000 soldiers arrived in Galveston, Texas, to free the 250,000 people who had remained enslaved. So Juneteenth really marks our nation's second Independence Day. Just like white women, black women with the vote. And it was celebrated in the African American community, but not so much in the larger society. So on Juneteenth, 2021, President Biden made Juneteenth a national holiday. So last month or so, I made a visit to Detroit right before Juneteenth. I said, well, what do you do in Detroit to celebrate Juneteenth? And really, they didn't have a lot to put on the table. But I was proudly able to say that in McGuigan, we had a several-day festival at Ross Park with entertainment and food. Oh, Mona Lake Park, sorry. Mona Lake Park, and we had a play that had been written and produced by Pam Red and Josie James. And we also this year had a parade on Juneteenth, the first annual Muskegon Juneteenth parade. So we had 3 hardworking women who were persistent, and I happened to notice they were all members of the Progressive Democratic Women's Caucus. So tonight we are going to recognize Jennifer Ross. Yay! Red. And Michelle Tyson.
Gotta let you know, Josie.
Yes.
We gotta split this.
Right, yes. I didn't know you'd be here, so welcome. Yes, and Josie James, who also was very instrumental in all of this. So, So we wanted to leave here excited and inspired, and we invited one of our county commission candidates, Chris McGuigan, to give us some remarks to send us off. And
I'm going to stand and give me moral support. I think we this is a huge crowd. And some of us just couldn't wait to be here because it's 4 days past the acceptance of the nomination by, in glory, in joy, and what's the other word? Well, hope, just a sec. Light. Light is the word that I kept thinking of. And in fact, hope, I know Michelle and President Obama harken back to hope, but it felt old. It felt past tense. And I noticed Kamala Harris spoke only in present tense. She said, we are not going back. Present tense, present right now, tense, the opposite of tense. It's pure joy. So August 26th, I'm looking at that middle table. Where's Bev? Bev's somewhere there.
Right over there.
Many have been coming to these Equality Day dinners forever. And it made me think about, it's called Women's Equality Day. It was created 51 years after the vote, and it was created to celebrate the vote. But why in 71? Because we proposed the ERA, and they wouldn't give us equality. So it's so American to put a brand on something that it's not. And so for 51 years, we've come to dinners and told sad stories, funny stories, angry stories. But it's August 26, 2024, 4 days after Kamala Harris has been nominated. And I know Reagan took this phrase, but it is morning in America.
Yes, it is.
And jumping off the Kamala Harris, isn't Kamala Harris's mother all our mother? She's all our mother. And she said, we live in the context of everything around us, we and all that went before. So the vote, which by the way, took 72 years to pass, seriously. 51 years to get a Women's Equality Day. Everything takes so long. Anyway, we look at the women who have come before. We live in the context of Susan B. Anthony, Elizabeth Cady Stanton, our grandmothers, and the incredible women and men who have in Muskegon, and I'm looking at you guys who've brought us to this day. I did a triathlon once, and I won't tell you how long ago, but a triathlon requires three physical activities. I love to swim, I'm happy on my bike, I hate to run. And I was halfway through my run, and I was doing what I do best, which is rationalize why I should stop. So as I was working on it, I was slowing down. I was getting to the point where I wanted to go back to my car, and I walked. And as soon as I started walking, a runner, a woman I did not know, hooked her arm in mine and dragged me. And we both finished. This room is filled with women hooking their arms with America with each other.
Yep.
And we will finish. It is morning in America. You know the women of PDWC. They have a table out there where you can sign up. Kamala said, don't complain, do something. You can sign up to canvass. Nancy Steer tells me that Democratic votes go up 8% when we canvass. Poll watch and poll challenge. And I assume those are different things? Are they, Karen?
Yes.
Okay. That's funny. You would think the people watching could also challenge, but anyway, don't complain.
Do something.
August 26, 2024. It is a new day. Let's go.